Guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Barbarians. So this is a new VOD release, and if you know me, you know that I just had to review this movie. Like, there's another one coming later this month that I wasn't gonna review, but I'm going to because it's just right up my alley. And the same thing happens with this movie. I'll get more into what it actually is about, but if you've seen the trailer, you have an idea, and if you have been following me, you know that I love this type of films. So yeah, I was pretty stoked because I just like this subgenre of horror, and it looked good, had a good cast, and yeah, I guess let's get to the video. So if you don't know what Barbarians is about, it's basically about a group of friends that have a dinner party, and as the night goes on, things escalate. Like, yeah, it's not as dramatic as it sounds, but yeah, things take a darker tone as you would imagine this being like a horror movie. As I said, this movie has a pretty good cast, not super well-known actors apart from one that I know, but I think I've seen everyone in something. So the movie stars Tom Cullen, Ines Spiritonov, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Iwan Rion, and Catalina Sandino Moreno. Again, hope I'm pronouncing everyone's name right. And the only one that I know is Iwan Rion. I hope that's how you pronounce it. If not, let me know in the comments. Obviously, I think you all know him from Game of Thrones, but I actually know him from Misfits. So yeah. Post that, let's get to my thoughts. So, as I said, and as you can probably tell, I was pretty excited about this one. However, I feel like this had potential. It just became really predictable and just an average film. There's a lot of stuff like going on that isn't really well explained. I had a lot of issues with the writing. It's overall really odd, but there's a few things that stood out to me, like the characters aren't really well explained. Like, they have really strong traits, personality traits, but you don't really know where those things come from. Some of the characters aren't really well presented. It's kind of hard to figure out why and how they became like this. It's not really well explained. There's also some like little details that are there just for the sake of something else that's going to happen in a few scenes after. Like, you know that thing only appeared for a future reason, so it is important later on, and then that thing doesn't matter anymore. So I didn't really like that. However, there is one good thing about the writing that I really, really appreciate, which is that there's no exposition dialogue. Everything is implicit, and I did like that. I like that with their actions and how they look at each other and stuff, you know what they mean, like they don't need to say it. So I really like that. But I guess my main issue really is where the movie goes. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you all know what this movie is about. But if you don't want to know like really what's going on, just skip ahead a little bit, because I'm gonna tell you. But I think we all know that this is a home invasion film, and that's why I was really excited about it. However, when that is introduced, that's when the movie just goes downhill. Not only the home invasion only happens an hour into the movie, and the movie it's only an hour and 30 minutes, so the whole dinner scene is so odd. But once the home invasion is introduced, everything just becomes so typical. Just I predicted everything from that point on, like, really quickly, and I just felt like, even though I do love home invasion movies, I feel like this one didn't need that. They could have just stick with how the friends were like interacting with each other and just take that to a darker place. I think that would have been so much more interesting and maybe even darker than what it ends up being. Maybe something like The Invitation. Like, The Invitation isn't really my favorite film, but that's an example of a dinner date, dinner party that just takes a darker turn. Like, it's, yeah, this film is a mix of that, and there's a few scenes that really reminded me of Clockwork Orange. Yeah, so it's that mixed with a home invasion. Yeah, I wish they would have done more with the setup, because the performances are really good, the cinematography is pretty nice, and I do love home invasions, and because of that I still enjoyed it, but it ends up just being really predictable, and because of that I just couldn't love it as much as I wanted to. And I don't think I really recommend it to anyone that isn't a fan of home invasion. Like, if you do like this subgenre, go for it, but if you're not really a fan, if it's not really your thing, I don't think you're gonna get anything new out of this film. It ends up being pretty like straightforward and, yeah, predictable, just an average home invasion film. Post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I give the film a 2.5 out of 5. It's not a bad film by any means, it's just average. That's why it's right in the middle. Maybe I liked it a little bit more than some people because I do like home invasion films. But yeah, it's a nice film, nothing pretty different or anything, fine. Cinematography, I give it a 3 out of 5. Again, it's nice. There's nothing really different about it either. It's not really stylized. Again, it's pretty average. And originality, I give it a 2 out of 5. It's not really that original, as I said. Like, the beginning is somewhat interesting. It's not really original either, but it's interesting. But it just goes in a direction that it's not original, like, at all. It's, yeah, you can see what's happening a mile away. So yeah. So guys, these are my thoughts on Barbarians. Unfortunately, not as good as I wanted it to be, but I think it's a movie that I might watch every once in a while because it's fine and, yeah, it's entertaining, and I do love this subgenre. So yeah, if you have seen it already, let me know in the comments. As I said, I think it's already available on VOD, so yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't seen it yet, let me know if you're gonna check it out. Let me know if you like this subgenre, and if you want me to like make more videos about these type of films. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.